More than 93% of British Columbians who responded to a government survey want to do away with changing their clocks twice a year and make daylight time permanent.
Here's a summary of the article.
More than 93% of British Columbians who responded to a government survey want to do away with changing their clocks twice a year and make daylight time permanent, the province says. A statement Tuesday said the desire for time to be left alone was consistent throughout BC, with more than 90% of respondents in each of the province's regions throwing support behind the idea. Most areas of BC currently spring forward into daylight time in March, then fall back to standard time in November. If daylight time is kept year-round, meaning no clock changes, sunrise would be later in the winter in BC. That means it could stay dark until as late as 9 a.m. PT in Vancouver or 9:30 a.m. in northern communities like Prince George. More than half of respondents agreed, saying it was important or very important that BC be aligned with its neighbours when it comes to keeping time. Saskatchewan has never practiced daylight time, having rejected the idea when it first took hold more than 50 years ago. Legislators from the 3 U.S. states aligned with BC, Washington, Oregon and California, proposed bills this year that would end the 1-hour time changes from standard time to daylight time in spring, then back again in fall, instead sticking to one time setting year-round.
This post received a score of 7,664, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Ask Americans. I think we'll say the same.
Maybe ask all Americans, Canadians, and Mexicans, at the same time. If all three countries switched at once, we'd barely even notice.
What about the daylight time attack on South America?
Brazilian here, our president revoked it. So no more daylight time from 2019 onwards. Probably his best decision, haha.
His legacy is secure.
Where I live in Fort St. John, BC, we already do away with daylight savings times. There's a few other places too.
Arizona.
Yep, it's annoying when interacting with the rest of the world, since times will change twice a year. But dealing with stuff in state, it's great. No clock turning hassle. No changing time zones on stuff.
I think it should always be midnight, whatever the time of day, except Mondays.
I think it is, just not in the same place.
As a Queenslander in Australia, stop playing with your clocks and just use your actual time zone. Then start a conversation about starting work earlier, rather than challenge what the time is.
Thank you. I'm in NSW, but I hate DST. We should just stick with standard time, but so many people think it would be better to adopt permanent DST because when we change back in winter, it suddenly gets a lot darker earlier compared with what it was the few days before. But if we didn't have that stupid jump, then the shift would be a lot more gradual and there wouldn't be any problems with using standard time all year round.
The sun already sets here at like 7:30 in the middle of summer. I don't want that to be any later. We want less sun in the summer, not more.
I kept rereading this trying to think of how there's a large enough population of Brits who moved to Columbia to survey before it finally hit me. Columbia equals the country. Columbia equals an undefined region in the Americas. British Columbia equals a Canadian province.
New Columbia equals a small town in Pennsylvania. Columbia equals a floating city in BioShock Infinite. Cauliflower equals wait, what?
Columbia, some university in the Upper West Side. Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka. Cthulhu, handsome Squidward.
Columbia, capital of South Carolina. Christopher Columbus, Italian dude sailing for Spain who got lucky and hit the Caribbean and killed a bunch of people. Costco, a wholesale store in America.
Columbus, a city in Ohio, USA.
Cummerbund, the last name of an actor who played the title character on BBC's Sherlock.
Can we shut the fuck up about the clocks and fix the housing? More than 93% of British Columbians.
I hate DST and I wish the US would abolish it. Fucks me and my kids and dog and everyone's schedule up like twice a year. I hate it. Pick one and stick with it.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.